Hey guys, it's Adrienne Dara, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Adrienne Dara Hair YouTube channel. In today's mini tutorial, we are going to be learning about the process of just going into this black hole of a color and getting her more balanced. So this is a color correction video today. My client came in, it was her first time at the salon. She had 4 months of new growth. And you can see she's got a mix of her natural base and some gray coverage as well. So my job was, we sat down in that consultation. And the biggest thing too that I want to sort of enforce to you guys that I talk about a lot in my classes is when I do my client consults, I actually sit down face to face with my client as opposed to standing behind them and doing the full consultation, looking at each other in the mirror. I think there's something really important and special about making eye contact with your client because it really makes both yourself and your client accountable for being present in the consultation and not sort of zoning out. And this is just another way to ensure that the communication is making sense to both you and your client so that you can give them an end result that they're going to never have had before and never have loved as much. So I hope that makes sense. But what we talked about in the consult was doing something that I love doing, which is blending her grays instead of 100% covering her grays. She is someone who doesn't want to have a strong line of demarcation. She doesn't want to have to deal with a ton of grow out. So this is sort of how we came to that conclusion. I knew my first thing I needed to do though was get rid of that brassy grow out. You can tell that she was just getting a single process, maybe like a 9N, I'm assuming. And it was just going on straight and she was just sort of chilling with that for a while. And then every, 3 to 4 weeks, she'd have a strong demarcation line. So we decided to go in and I am full baby lighting her. So this whole appointment, just so you guys know, took about 4.5 hours for cut, color, and style. Going forward though in her appointments, I would like to get her down to about 3 hours for her highlight, root shade, and then trim. But this was just to do some correcting today. So you can see I'm going in and what I am using, just so you guys know, is a brand called Truss. And Truss Professional, it's an awesome brand. I've been obsessed with it lately. And I went in with Truss Professional Blank Blonde. So it's BLANC.blonde, and I used 30 volume, and I actually used it all the way through. I also put Olaplex in with it to ensure that I was, protecting the integrity of her hair. So this is Truss Professional. This is the lightener. You can actually just go on the Truss Professional website to order it directly here in the US. So once I did her full baby light, guys, I rinsed her out, and here is a little tip for you. Take your highlighting comb. This is just a Diane highlighting comb that I purchased at Cosmoprof. I think it's like $3 or something, very simple. I put my Truss Professional Blank Blonde along with 40 volume developer on my highlighting comb, and I'm using this to help blend her hairline. Now remember, I'm not doing any sort of permanent color, any sort of base bump on her hairline. My goal is to create softness and create sort of this nice soft transition and blend between her natural base color, the gray, and then the blonde. So now what I'm doing is I'm going in with my Redken Shades EQ gloss and I'm doing a root shade on her, okay? So on her roots, I'm doing 06N and 06NB, guys. And I'm just sort of tapping the root, as you can see. I'm not going super hard because I just want to create sort of a slight shadowing for her. Again, I don't want to drag it down too far. It's going to be a little too much maintenance for her. So I really took my time here, took some really nice slice sections, made sure I saturated everything. And then again, I did Redken Shades EQ 06N and 06NB. And I let the root sit on first, rinse that, and then I went in and did my mids and ends. I don't always do that, but in this particular situation, because I was trying to be super organized with myself, that's what I chose to do. And I also knew that I didn't want the roots to sit on for a crazy amount of time. I didn't really want it to get to a true 6. And then really once I put the mids and ends on, the mids and ends were Redken Shades EQ 08V, 07NB, 09 GI and 09 NB and a little bit of clear. So this is our end result. So we were able to sort of create that softness and transition from her root color into her blonde. I think this is going to be a really easy grow out for her, and she is no longer going to have to come every 3 to 4 weeks to the salon to get her hair touched up. So I think the biggest thing that I wanted you guys to get out of this video is sort of with your client formulating a plan through doing a thorough consultation in the beginning and making solid suggestions that are going to work for their lifestyle and for what they are hoping to achieve. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you could comment below, let me know any of your questions and I will make sure to answer them as quickly as possible. And you guys are the best. Thanks for tuning into my channel.